thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am going to go ahead and pull us up over here on my laptop and get us going. I will be reviewing comments and I will be trying to answer them in real time. However, if I do not get to your comment, it's because Facebook sometimes gets a little fast. So I will come back later and I will answer all of your questions. So hello, thank you for joining us tonight. Let me know where you're coming from down below. I am Jen. I am your friendly neighborhood shop couture designer, and I am so excited to be here tonight. Tonight we are going to do 3 projects in 30 minutes. And it's going to be super first. I will be working on our reusable 9x12 Sylvie frame tonight. This frame is really amazing. It has sawtooth hooks in the back. Okay, it has a whiteboard finish and a very elegant frame. It's completely affordable and reusable. I love to demo on it because you can either do horizontal or you can do vertical on it. And you can do a seasonal design and then wash it off and do another design when you get tired of watching it. So this is one of my favorite boards to design on. I will also be using our Hugs and Kisses transfer. Transfers are a little bit different than stencils in the sense that not only are they reusable, you can get 8 to 12 uses out of them, but they also are adhesive backed and bendable. Okay, and that makes them perfect for going on mugs and shirts and signs and surfaces really of any size or shape or material. Another really cool thing about them, and I'll try to get up close here, is that they have a silk screen in them. Okay, and that's what sets them aside from your regular craft stencil. And this silk screen right here provides an immaculate design every single time, guys. I kid you not. That is really revolutionary, and that's really the secret to this. So let me go ahead. This is the top. The first couple of times that I demoed when I was a new designer, I didn't pay attention, and I ended up designing my design upside down, which is okay because you just wash it off and reuse it. But you live and you learn, right? So that is the top now. And what we're going to do is we are just going to simply line this transfer up right in the middle of that. Now our transfers come in 5 different sizes. They go from A to what is that? A, B, C, D, E is our largest ones, and those are our background transfers. This one that we're using right now is a B size transfer. It comes with this, and then it came with 3 detachable pieces down below. It's called Hugs and Kisses. And I just put it on just like that. You saw it stick right to the board. Then I'm just going to trace over the silk screen areas of it. And I do this for a number of different reasons. The first reason is that you want that silk screen completely pushed down. Okay, because if your silk screen isn't pushed down, your paste is going to seep underneath it and it won't be the design that you're looking for. The second reason is sometimes you get a fuzzy or like a little dust bunny or something underneath that, and that will also mess up your design. Okay, so you can do it that way. The other method that we use to do that is called the squeegee method. This right here is our squeegee. We have these in a number of different sizes, ranging from actually our 4-inch handled squeegee all the way down to this one. This is our mini squeegee. And I am just going to, you can see the angle on that. I'm just going to simply take that and I'm going to rub it across my transfer. Okay, and that's also going to remove any bubbles or any air pockets that you have in there. Okay, and guys, if you can butter toast, I always tell everyone, if you can butter toast, then you can work the squeegee. It's angled just like you would angle butter on your toast. So at first you would put a lot on, and then you flip that right around and you use that to kind of clean it up and spread it. Okay, so these are really cool and they're angled. I will also be using our Shimmer Crimson Paste. Okay, so our paste comes in over 30 different colors. We have our everyday colors, which you will see later on, and we have our shimmer line. This one has just a little touch of glitter and it comes out amazing. Okay, so we're going to put this right on. And I am going to simply do it by scooping it up and rubbing it right across that transfer, guys. It's seriously that easy. Okay, and I'm going to make sure my entire silkscreen is covered. Okay, and I'm not really worried about how much paste I'm putting on. I'm not putting a ton on, okay, just like toast, guys, just like butter in your toast. But I am putting enough on for it to glide across. Okay. You can see when you open up our paste, sometimes it's a little dry, and I will show you a little bit later how we go ahead and clean that up with some water. But you want your paste right now to be the consistency of yogurt, okay, or of sour cream. So it just kind of goes right along with the squeegee. Okay, and I will move my hand so you guys can see this. Okay, so we have it all the way on. What I'm now going to do is I'm just going to take my squeegee and I'm just going to scrape it right off. Okay, because I like butter, but I don't like a ton of butter, right? So I'm just going to pull that right off. Okay, and you can see our design come right through. Okay, so this is what that looks like now. Okay, and remember that these transfers are stretchy. So what you want to do is you want to pull from either the top or the side. And this is the best part. Are you guys ready? It's a pull and reveal. Okay. We are going to pull it straight down from the top, holding our board and just pulling right up. I'm going to grab it. And it comes out perfect every single time, guys. Okay, it's seriously that easy. Okay, so now you have this. What we're going to do is we are just real quickly going to grab our blow dryer. I can unhook it, and I am just going to touch it with a heat gun or a blow dryer. Okay, the reason I'm going to do that is because if I don't do that, I'm going to put my fingers in it and I'm going to smudge it. So bear with me for just 1 second. And just like that, it dries hard matte. Okay, no smudging, no nothing. You can leave it on there for as long as you want. If you are gifting this and you don't want to reuse your board, you can spray some acrylic Krylon on it and give it just a clear shot, and that will protect it. However, if you leave it just like this and you let that dry, that will stay that way until you rub it off with some water. Okay, so I keep them, and then at the end of Valentine's Day, when I'm ready to move on to spring, I'll wash this off and I'll move along. Okay, so there's project number 1. Okay, this next project is a really fun project. It is on our board and base. This is another really fun surface that we have. This is also reusable. Okay, this one is a blackboard, so you can use it horizontally, you can use it vertically, okay, or you can flip it over and use it double-sided. So it's an excellent surface. I am going to go ahead and use the Stay Cozy transfer. This is one of our size A transfers, okay? And we are going to do a chalk pull method on this one. Okay, so I have my fuzz mat out. This is a new transfer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it on my fuzz mat, and this is just going to take some of that stickiness away. You can tell with our first project that transfer stuck a little bit. You can just rub it on. This is a microfiber towel. It has a little bit of weight to it. Again, it's called the fuzz mat. If you don't have a fuzz mat, use just any old towel or your pant leg or really anything just to kind of make sure that transfer isn't too sticky. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this right at the top of the design. Now this chalk pull method is usually one that you do with a larger transfer. However, we're going to do it on this one and it works just the same. Okay. So again, we're going to lay that right down where we want it. We're going to trace the letters with our finger just to make sure everything is down. Now, I spoke to Amanda real quickly tonight before the party started, and she is a huge fan of teal. So I got some teal paste out. And I wanted to show you guys this paste. So this is dreamy, creamy, sour cream yogurt, beautiful paste, right? And this also, this is our Couture teal, and this is also a beautiful color. However, this one is a little clumpier, a little more dry. I'm going to take a little fine mist sprayer, and I'm just going to spritz some water in it. Now our paste is organic, so I am going to use distilled water, just because I don't want to have any chemicals introduced into my paste. I have a small stir stick, a plastic fork will work fine, anything that's not wooden. Again, with the organic material, you don't want to introduce a lot of foreign subjects and foreign material into it. Okay, and then I'm just going to stir this up, and you see it comes right back to life. Now the same is true going the other way. If you get some paste and it is too moist, you added too much water, just leave your top off it, okay, and that will dry right back out. Okay, so I'm going to grab 2 more squeegees, okay, and I am going to do the Couture teal in the top, and then I want to do this is Colonial Blue, and I want to do that down below. Okay, so I got 2 squeegees out. You can absolutely use 1 squeegee. You're just going to wipe it off in between with some water. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to put it on, and we're going to drag it across, making sure to cover the entire silk screen. Okay. And then with any excess, you're just going to scrape it right across, just like toast, using a nice steady hand, and then you're going to do this. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off because I want this bottom to be another color. The reason I'm going to do that is because with the paste, because it is organic and it's just paste, you are going to want to work rather quickly. And you can see that when I pull it up, the silk screen comes up with it. I'm just going to lay this back down and fix it real quick. The silk screen comes up with it, and the paste comes up with the silk screen. And you don't want that paste to dry on your silk screen. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull it up, and that's okay because we'll fix that too. And you're going to dry it, and then I'm going to lay it back down, and I'm going to add that other color. Okay? Okay. So 2 things. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I really am. And this right here kind of went off the transfer. I have my detail tool here. This is a tool that has a small squeegee on one end and a small tip on the other end. I'm going to take this tip, and because it's a reusable surface, I am just going to clean up that edge just a little bit. And that'll make it a little bit better. If you do not have a detail tool, you can go ahead and use a toothpick. And I am just going to wipe the back of my transfer real quick because when I laid it down, I ended up getting paste on it. So I will show you guys how to do that. Just let me grab a napkin. So with these, you're just going to wipe them down with a wet wipe or with we have board erasers, and those work really, really beautiful at getting all of the ghosting off of the transfer. But I'm just going to take a wet wipe, and I'm going to wipe it down. Then I have a microfiber towel, and I'm just going to come across. Okay. Now I'm going to lay this right back over because I want to do the bottom half of it. Okay, so I look right through my silk screen, and now I am going to take my squeegee and I'm going to do the bottom half. Okay, so because we lifted it up, you want to just go ahead and put it back down using your finger. Okay, and we are going to use Colonial Blue on the bottom. This is such a cute transfer. Stay cozy. It's perfect for the whole entire season. And I don't know about you guys. I live in upstate New York, and sometimes, like all winter long, I definitely enjoy staying cozy. So I know that this is a good transfer to remind us that warmer days are coming, right? So I'm just going to scoop it up and put it right back in there. Then I'm going to switch over. There's a little dash underneath this O. I'm just going to use the teal. Just go right in, and I'm going to put a little bit of teal right down in there. Okay, and I went off the transfer, excuse me, and onto my board. I'm just going to use my wet wipe, and I'm just going to swipe that up. And nobody will ever know. Okay, and then we're going to peel this. And there it is, guys. Okay. You're going to touch this with your blow dryer and then set it right in there. And it's a beautiful sign for your home. Okay. But we are not done yet. Remember, this is double-sided. So not only is Amanda going to get the Stay Cozy sign that she can keep, or let me turn it this way so you guys can see it, that she can keep or wipe off and reuse, she's also going to get an awesome Valentine's Day one. Okay, and this one is going to be super fun because I'm going to show you guys a really cool technique where you can kind of get really messy with it. Okay, I have 3 kids, and they really love to craft. Okay, and I really don't like telling them no, because I like to craft too, and it's good for their creativity, and it reduces stress, and oh my goodness, crafting's so good, right? So I took up sewing, which the kids couldn't really do. I have a 9-year-old, and he kind of sewed a little bit. He was making little stuffies and stuff, and it was cute. But you can't really let the 4-year-old or the 2-year-old play with sewing stuff, right? So I'm going to wipe off this transfer too. If you guys have a sink, you guys can just take your transfers right to the sink and wipe them off. Even with the larger ones, I would take them into like my bathtub. Paste is really good at coming off, so you don't have to worry about staining anything. If you do not have a sink, just take it with your Fine Mist sprayer and just soak it down and wipe it off. Okay, so back to the kids' story. So it was always a little challenging to find a cool craft that the kids could get involved with and that my husband could get involved with. And I kid you not, guys, they will all sit down and make signs or t-shirts or even greeting cards, because Chalk Couture is even good on furniture and paper and all sorts of things. And everyone definitely enjoys sitting down and hanging out and crafting together. So it's really cool. So this technique that I'm going to show you here, as soon as we get this transfer cleaned up, is called the hot mess method. It's kind of like a hurricane method. And it's super fun, and it's perfect for children or adults or anybody who likes a little chaos, a little abstract. Okay, so let's set that aside. Okay, so I will hit this with my blow dryer so I can flip it over and not worry about ruining it. If I can get my blow dryer back off. Super quick to dry, and as you can tell, it's just hard matte that will stay on there. But again, if you're doing it for a gift, you can go ahead and use the Krylon spray, and this just slid underneath my transfer a little bit when I moved it. You can use the Krylon finishing spray, and you can spray that and make it more permanent. Okay, so we are moving on to our third and final project. I hope you guys are still hanging it in there. We have one more to go. So I flipped that board and base around, and I am going to use one of the new transfers. This is called Heart Patterns, and it is a C-size transfer, and it comes with 4 different hearts. This is one of the smaller ones. Okay. And we are just going to go ahead and fuzz it. It never really hurts to fuzz your transfers. And these are getting a little used. This was one of our January releases, so I've been using it over in my VIP group a lot. Okay, and I am going to add it on. Again, I want to add it more towards the top because of the width of the base. and I'm going to tilt it. Okay, and you just rub your fingers under it, make sure there's nothing underneath it and that it's fully covered. Okay, and then we are going to get out some fun colors. Let me see if I can grab them over here. We have all sorts of fun colors over here. I have Regal, Tide, Raspberry Sorbet, and a touch of Shimmer Frost. Okay, and I'm going to get them all opened up, and they should look good. I prepped all of them except for that one before, so you guys didn't have to sit through it. Okay. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stir stick or 2 or 3, and I am just going to kind of randomly plop this on. Okay, and I'm going to do it, and I'll use 1 stir stick for you guys. So you wipe it right off. And this is definitely a method where if you are crazy about wasting things, this probably isn't the right one for you. But again, it is so much fun and it's perfect for kids and it really comes out spectacular looking. So it's totally worth it. Plus, you can't mess it up, guys. It's foolproof, right? No matter what the size of your transfer is. Okay, so there we have it. Okay. And now I'm going to take my squeegee and I am just real randomly going to just kind of drag everything through. Okay, and then I'm going to take a towel or this wet wipe we've been working with, and I'm just going to take off all of the excess. Okay, you see how this is fun? You do end up wasting a lot of your paste, okay? But I get a designer discount of 40%, so it definitely evens out and makes it totally worth it. Okay, see how cool that's looking? You could do this with any combination of colors, okay? And it's a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and set that aside. Let me just grab a towel here real quick. And let's do the pull and reveal. See, this is even perfect. If you're like, oh my God, I'm not crafty. What are you talking about? A craft party? Here you go, guys. This is perfect. So then we are just going to pull that up. And voila! Guys, look how beautiful that came out. So much fun. So much water. I mean, so much water. Oh my goodness, guys. So much fun and all the colors that came through on that. That really looks great. So again, we are going to pull this over and we are just going to spritz this off. Okay. And I will show you real quick. Okay. Real quick, I have a board eraser here. Okay, and these are like, you can buy a 2-pack of them at the shop, at my chalk site. And they're really cheap. They're like $2 or $3, but you see how that got all of that paste off of there? Okay, where I was using the wet wipe before and it was leaving a ghosting. Okay, it wasn't really taking the color out of the, it was cleaning the transfer, which is the important part, but. Okay, and then what I do is I take another towel or a paper towel and I dry it on both sides. Okay, and then I simply air dry it. Okay, I have a separate section of the house where my craft stuff is, so I'm not concerned with like walk through or somebody coming in and messing around with them too much. So what I do is I just leave them up like that and I leave them out all night to air dry. If you cannot do that, you can touch them with a blow dryer and dry them a little bit faster. I always like to air dry them though, even if you can only leave them out for about 10 minutes. You can tell, see I picked it right up, the stickiness is already coming back. Each of these transfers gets about 8 to 12 uses out of them if you're cleaning them and maintaining them properly. When you go to reapply them, and I'm really bad at this step, on the paper side of the backer, you can write back, okay, so that way you don't have to remember, but the sticky side of the transfer goes with the shiny side of the backer, okay, so one side's shiny and one side's not, okay. To put away my pastes, if it needs more water, I simply spritz more water in it. You can take a multi-purpose tool or a stir stick and stir it. I wipe down the outside of the rim with paper towels when it's necessary, and then I just put the top right back on them. These pastes are good for about 6 to 8 months. So seriously, guys, a transfer, a jar of paste, and a couple of these smaller frames, you go and you spend 50 bucks and you can have presents all year round, I'm telling you. So there you guys have it. 3 projects in under 30 minutes with cleaning and picking up. Couture is absolutely the easiest, most streamlined thing around. And let me know if you want some more information. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good one.